Good evening, and welcome everyone to the 103rd Commencement Ceremony of St. Genevieve High School for the class of 2017. I would also like to welcome those we just visited watching this in the auditorium, and to those watching graduation streamed live via the internet throughout the world, including my beautiful wife. I ask that everyone please remember this commencement ceremony is an important occasion for our graduates, family, and friends. It represents the culmination of 13 years of hard work. Although it is a happy time, it should be a ceremony and not a celebration. Your conduct at the ceremony should be dignified. Our bleachers are noisy. Please limit movement up and down the bleachers. We also ask that you turn off or mute all cell phones or other electronic devices that may interfere with this ceremony. We thank you for your cooperation. I now call on the senior class president, Ms. Claire Rose Fisher, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps or hats.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
It's a great power, isn't it? At this time, it gives me great pleasure to call on the 2017 salutatorian, Mr. Dylan Joseph Burr.
To start off, I want to point out a realization I came to about 2 days ago. In this speech, I'm supposed to give my class some sort of life advice that you can use in your future. The thing is, I'm younger than 98% of you all, so I'm not sure how qualified I am to give this kind of advice. So, to give you a different perspective on how I think life should be played, I'm going to put it in terms of the most interesting and amazing sport invented. The sport you play best after you've had a few, and the sport most people don't even consider a sport. If you haven't figured it out already, I'm talking about golf. Life, in many ways, is like the game of golf. There are risks that can be taken, rewards that can come from these risks, and there are also times where one needs to take the safe route and finish on a good note. Or if you're like me, you just take the risk every single time and hope for the best. There are also times where one just needs to take a break from the struggles, walk away from the game, and come back later with a different mindset. In golf, the player needs to control their game depending on the amount of effort they put into it, and the same thing is true in almost every part of life. To start from the beginning comes the practice. To become better at the game of golf, you have to work on your swing day in and day out to become consistent. Or you can be like Jacob Tomier, if you know him, and just walk onto the course, not having any idea how you're going to shoot that day, and still manage to shoot better than most people. I would not advise that, though. This practice is similar to the schooling you receive throughout your life. To become better in a specific area, you have to work on becoming better in that field. And the harder you work and the more you immerse yourself in your studies, the better you will become. On the other hand, if you decide not to work on bettering yourself, this will only hurt you, and it will be much more difficult to be the best you can be. After the practice comes the best part of the game, actually getting to compete. Competition is much more fun, though, when you get to play anywhere but the St. Gen course. Trust me, if you had played anywhere else, you would know what I mean. In competition, you get to show off what you can do after so much practice. In life, this practice, depending on how much work you put in, will allow you to show off how much you know so you can obtain a job. Also, you finally get to be done with school, and you get to put that degree you earned to good use. While playing the game, this is where many of the connections to real life show up. Like life, golf presents many challenges that must be overcome. How you approach these challenges will majorly affect how the outcome will be. There is normally the approach to go the safe route to achieve a decent game, but there is also normally a riskier route to achieve a higher reward. The risky route, if taken successfully, is the one that will push you further in your career and help you lower your score in golf. This route is also the one that could have you playing pinball in a line of trees, diving for a golf ball like Happy Gilmore, or getting to play on the beach. Either way, the risky situations are the ones that teach the best lessons. These situations can help define your limits, but they can also show what you really need to improve upon. They also help test your mental strength, which is a very key skill for both golf and life. The mind can turn a good golfer into a great golfer if handled correctly, but it can also turn a great golfer into one that can't stand one mess up. The mental aspect will help you push through the toughest situations, the toughest challenges, and the biggest projects in a business. Staying focused is part of this, and keeping this goal in sight helps tremendously. One fault does not determine the outcome, and it all depends on how you can recover from it. To sum everything up for those who may have zoned me out after the first sentence, play your life like the game of golf. Strive to practice and work hard at what you want to do in life so you can be the best you can be at it. Then, don't hold anything back when you finally get to show how hard you have worked after so many years of schooling. Show your confidence, because after spending so much time working towards your career goal, work to be the best you can by taking all the calculated risks you can. And by calculated risk, I mean don't take unreasonable risks, like trying to hit a ball off a bank of rocks, or trying to hit a ball through a line of 50 trees where there is a 0.0001% chance of making it through. Take risks that are challenging and will improve yourself for the future. Lastly, stay focused on always improving yourself, because it is very easy to lose focus. And when this happens, it can be hard to work back from it. Never settle for less than your best. Good luck to all of you. Good luck, class of 2017.
I now call on Mr. John Mooney for the presentation of the Instrumental Music Awards.
This year's recipient of the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is Ben Nagger. And this year's recipient of the John Philip Sousa Award is Sean Beck.
Thank you, Mr. Mooney. Please help me welcome to the stage Ms. Michelle Jokers for the presentation of the National Choral Award.
This year's recipient of the National Choral Award is Mr. Seth Martin.
Thank you, Mrs. Jokers. Representing the athletic department, I would like for our athletic director, Mr. Jeff Nix, to come to the stage for the presentation of the 2017 Athletic Awards.
This year's winner of the Armella Peterson Award for Female Athlete goes to Madison Reynolds. This year's winner of the Mal Kimmel Award for Best Male Athlete goes to Ben Nagger.
Thank you, Mr. Nix. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to call on the 2017 valedictorian, Mr. Thomas Anthony Engelman.
Dang it, Burr! You said something I was gonna say. Speaking of Burr, don't you guys think he spoke more now than he did all 4 years of high school? There are two main cliches in valedictorian speeches, one of which is thank yous. Of course, we must thank our school board, our administrators, our teachers, and our parents, which for me are my teachers. But there is another group we must not forget, as without them, not only would we probably not be capable of sitting here today celebrating the beginning of our future pursuits, but we would also not be able to freely pursue our future. Thanking this group is something of utmost importance. If you are to gain anything from my speaking today, may it be from this. On August 31st, 1949, United States Secretary of Defense Lewis Johnson created Armed Forces Day, a day to pay special tribute to the men and women of the armed forces. Today is that day. So I would like to ask all past and present servicemen and women to please stand. The second cliche is to give you all advice. But just as Burr said, advice is guidance given by someone regarded as knowledgeable and authoritative. And I turned 18 2 days ago. So I also don't think I really meet the qualifications. But you know who does? Mama Engelman. Now, let me clarify, Mama Engelman isn't Mrs. Engelman, the math teacher, but instead my grandma Tony. So technically, she's Grandmama Engelman, but the Mr. Engelman saying from class is, you know what Mama Engelman always said? So I'm gonna say Mama Engelman. And she has raised 13 children, 24 grandchildren, and, or 24 grandchildren, and 22 great-grandchildren. So I think she qualifies for giving advice. You know what Mama Engelman always said? There's so many of you, if you can't get along, find someone else to play with. You are undoubtedly going to run into people along the course of your life that you hate being around. So if you can decrease your contact with these people in any way, do it. Why put yourself through the misery? Same thing with your occupation. If your occupation is not meeting your standards and you are certain you can prosper elsewhere, work elsewhere. You know what Mama Engelman always said? You can always find something to smile about, no matter how sad you are. This one is also pretty self-explanatory. Life's too short to be sad, so try to find the joys in life, and you'll see drastic improvements in yours and the others around you. You know what Mama Engelman always said? Stay humble, or God will teach you humility. Whether it's God, your boss, a coworker, or a random stranger on the street, someone will eventually knock you off your high horse. So ride around on a miniature pony instead of a Clydesdale. It'll hurt a lot less. You know what Mama Engelman always said? You can keep your mouth shut and people will wonder how dumb you are, or you can open your mouth and prove it. Basically, think before you speak. The next few years of your life is going to be full of first impressions. Make them good ones. You know what Mama Engelman always said? Nothing good ever happens after midnight. This goes well with another saying she always had, an hour of sleep before midnight is worth 2 hours after it. Whether you're going to a 4-year university, a trade school, the military, or straight into the workforce, you're going to need your sleep. And it's better to go to bed early than to wake up late. Not only is this because you're eventually going to be required to wake up early to go to work, But there is also a lot more good that can be done during the day than at night. You know what Mama Engelman always said? Don't buy the cow when you get the milk for free. Sometimes we make things a lot harder and a lot more expensive than they need to be. If you're gifted in auto mechanics, why spend 8 years of your life pursuing a degree in law while getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt? Basically, if you have an advantage in something, take advantage of it. Don't let your current passions, which might change in the next 10 years, override your true purpose. You know what Mama Engelman always said? The only reward you need is the reward you receive in heaven. Whether or not you're religious, it has been proven that the best way to feel fulfilled with your life is through helping other people. This doesn't mean you need to go do mission work in Africa to help the starving children. You can be a teacher, a dentist, a computer programmer, or a zookeeper. All you need to do is make it your priority to do your part in benefiting society in whatever way you are best fit. And finally, you know what Mama Engelman always said? God only gives you what you can handle. All too often, people sell themselves short. Stop that. We are all capable of overcoming challenges, especially when we come together. So get a good group of friends that make you smile and keep you humble. Remember not to say anything stupid, and get your sleep, so that in the morning you can use your gifts and talents to help society overcome its challenges. And no matter what you do, never forget to thank our servicemen and women.
Thank you, Mr. Engelman, and I feel the need to thank and saint Mama Engelman. We would like to give special recognition to exceptional awards received by the following groups of seniors. Graduates wearing light blue satin pendants are members of the Dragon Chapter of the National Honor Society. This organization is the most prestigious of the co-curricular groups at the high school level. Members are selected by a faculty committee and are students who reflect outstanding accomplishments in the areas of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. All 4 areas are equally considered, and students selected for membership must continually strive to use their talents and skills for the improvement of society. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and would everyone please hold your applause until all students have been introduced. Sean Beck, Caitlin Bloom, Darren Brown, Dylan Burr, Morgan Doza, Thomas Engelman, Claire Fisher, Dalton Giesler, Katie Glassy, Adrian Mueller, Ben Nagger, Nathaniel Ogden, Madison Reynolds, Sammy Richardson, Addie Stiegel, Vivian Vaughn. These are your National Honor Society members from the class of 2017. Students, you may be seated. Graduates wearing honor cords colored in the primary and secondary colors are members of the St. Genevieve chapter of the National Art Honor Society. Members are selected by demonstrating outstanding abilities in the visual arts, including participation in art shows and sales, museum and gallery exhibitions. Students must also receive letters of recommendation from teachers in the area of creativity, dedication, service, and character, and must have achieved an A average in fundamentals of art and maintain that average in every course thereafter. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing. And again, would everyone please hold your applause until all the students have been introduced. Melanie Huber, Kylie Lewis, Alexis Palmer, and Jessica Parrish. These are your National Art Honor Society members from the class of 2017. Students, you may be seated. I now call on Dr. Scott Mercer, Assistant Principal and A+ Coordinator, for the presentation of our A+ Schools graduates, honors, and high honors. Dr. Mercer?
We are very proud to acknowledge our A+ Schools program graduates wearing green and white cords of distinction. These students have met the A+ requirements, which include a 6.875 non-weighted cumulative grade point average, and 95 cumulative attendance average, a record of good citizenship, a score of proficient or advanced on the Algebra 1 end-of-course exam or an alternate qualifier, and they must have completed at least 50 hours of unpaid tutoring or mentoring. As certified A+ students, they are eligible for tuition assistance to attend Missouri community colleges or vocational or technical schools. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and would everyone please hold your applause until all students are introduced. Hunter Banks, Matthew Bowman, Samantha Bowman, Sean Beck, Kiara Benton, Madeline Brewster, Darren Brown, Samantha Baumgartner, Jennifer Burr, Lily Bird, Ashley Kreider, Alana Crump, Courtney Dunsey, Thomas Engelman, Claire Fisher, Katie Glassy, Megan Geatley, Danielle Hefner, Waylon Kemper, Hannah Kreitler, Wyatt Lomandier, Chandler LaRose, Elizabeth Lucan, Adria Mueller, Emily Nicholson, Nathaniel Ogden, Skylar Ogden, Alexis Palmer, Caitlin Perry, Ryan Palmer, Payal Patel, Anna Probst, Madison Reynolds, Sammy Richardson, Caitlin Skaggs, Addie Stiegel, Morgan Uzel, Vivian Vaughn. This is the 16th graduating class from the St. Genevieve High School as A+ seniors. They have worked very hard, and I think it would be nice if we gave them recognition. Thank you. Students, you may be seated. Several of the students tonight are wearing gold honor cords. The honor cord exemplifies scholastic achievements during the past 4 years. The unique feature about these honor cords is that all students, regardless of their program of study, have an equal opportunity to achieve this honor. We have 2 groups of students wearing these cords tonight, the honor students and the high honor students. Honor students are those with high honors and regular honor roll a total of at least 12 quarters during the past 4 years. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and would everyone please hold your applause until all students are introduced. Caleb Act, Tyler Arnold, Hunter Banks, Samantha Bowman, Kiara Benton, Deandra Bolin, Gabriella Brown, Jennifer Burr, Hannah Chapman, Ashley Kreider, Madison DeRoos, Trevor Ditch, Trevor Drury, Sarah Fisher, Jessica Fleeg, Eva Gassier, Tatum Gegg, Dalton Giesler, Stephanie Graham, Autumn Gretzmacher, Megan Geatley, Aaron Hayward, Danielle Hefner, Briley Hook, Paige Johnson, Waylon Kemper, Wyatt Lomandier, Allison LaRose, Kylie Lewis, Elizabeth Lucan, Erica Matthews, Emma Meyer, Blake Moore, Skylar Ogden, Alexis Palmer, Ryan Palmer, Jessica Parrish, Payal Patel, Anna Probst, Sophia Rancilio, Deborah Robinson, Caitlin Skaggs, Morgan Uzel, Abraham Watson, Elika Williams. These are your honor students from the class of 2017. Students, you may be seated. High honors are those students with high honors at least 13 quarters and regular honor roll for 3 quarters during the past 4 years. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and would everyone please hold your applause until all students are introduced. Matthew Bowman, Sean Beck, Caitlin Bloom, Darren Brown, Samantha Baumgartner, Dylan Burr, Lily Bird, Morgan Doza, Emily Eckenfels, Thomas Engelman, Rebecca Fowler, Claire Fisher, Katie Glassy, Caitlin Grass, Carly Johnson, Hannah Kreitler, Adria Mueller, Benjamin Nagger, Emily Nicholson, Nathaniel Ogden, Caitlin Perry, Madison Reynolds, Sammy Richardson, Jakara Smith, Addie Stiegel, Daniel Vaith, Vivian Vaughn. These are your high honor students from the class of 2017. Students, you may be seated.
Students wearing the gold stoles are the current 2016-17 senior class officers. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and would everyone please hold your applause until all students are introduced. President, Ms. Claire Rose Fisher. Vice President, Mr. Nathaniel John Ogden. Secretary, Ms. Darren Emily Brown. Treasurer, Ms. Vivian Kate Vaughn. And Historian, Mr. Trevor James Drury. These are the senior class officers of 2017. Please give them your applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. 4 special awards are presented at graduation to 2 girls and 2 boys in the senior class. These students are voted on by the entire high school teaching staff, and they represent outstanding characteristics such as character, leadership, citizenship, and scholarship. Students, when I call your name, please come up on stage to receive your award. The recipients of the 2017 Danforth Idari Awards are Miss Sammy Elizabeth Richardson, and for the gentleman, Mr. Thomas Anthony Engelman. The 2 recipients of the 2017 Outstanding Senior Girl and Senior Boy Awards are Outstanding Senior Girl is Ms. Addie Elizabeth Stiegel. And the Outstanding Senior Boy is Mr. Benjamin Nicholas Nagger. Many other students have received honors. These honors have been listed on the inside of the program you have received tonight. Please refer to the program to review the additional numerous academic accomplishments of the class of 2017. At this time, I would like to call to the stage Mr. Matthew Thomas Bowman. I know he's got to be here. I had a pretty good idea that Matt was going to be here tonight. You see, aside from being a member of the class of 2017, Matt never missed a day of school. That's right, not one day. I'm not done. There are approximately 2,620 school days that make up kindergarten through 12th grade, and Matt attended them all. Mr. Bowman, on behalf of the St. John R2 School District, I would like to congratulate you on your outstanding achievement and present you with a plaque in recognition thereof. Each year, we would like to take a moment to recognize those students who receive local scholarships. We sincerely appreciate the support of the community and businesses that fund the scholarships that the students receive, and we are proud of the dedicated commitment to education that exists within our community. These scholarships are appreciated by the students, and I know they will help these students to achieve their goals. At this time, I would like to recognize these students and the businesses that sponsor the scholarships. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all recipients have been announced. Please hold your applause until all recipients have been recognized. Caleb Abb, St. Genevieve R2 faculty and St. Genevieve JCs. Tyler Arnold, SGHS football boosters. Hunter Banks, St. Genevieve R2 faculty. Matthew Bowman, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674 and the MFA Foundation. Samantha Bowman, Linda Coleman Henson Volleyball. Sean Beck, St. Genevieve Rotary Club, St. Genevieve High School, and SGHS Band Boosters. Kiara Benton, Vern Bowman Contracting Company, the American Red Cross, and St. Genevieve High School. Caitlin Bloom, Drury Chiropractic and Family Wellness, St. Genevieve High School. Madeline Brewster, St. Gen Elementary, MSTA. Darren Brown, St. Genevieve County Memorial Hospital Medical Staff, the St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674, and the All Sports Boosters. Samantha Bumgardner, the Danielle Foff Memorial. Dylan Burr, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674, and the Zell JCs. Lily Bird, Lost Acres Antique Tractor Club. Morgan Doza, Bloomsdale Bank, Knights of Columbus Council 1037. Trevor Jury, St. Genevieve R2 faculty. Thomas Engelman, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674. Bader Land Surveying, Trigstar. Don Heil Oil Company Incorporated, and SGMS National Junior Honor Society. Rebecca Fowler, Wolks Insurance and Financial Services. Claire Fisher, Weingarten JCs, SGHS FBLA, and the St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674. Tatum Gay, Loida Ag Service, the Dennis Fleeg Memorial, Sons of the American Legion Post 150. Dalton Giesler, Bloomsdale Excavating, St. Gen Baseball Incorporated, SG River Dogs, the Dennis P. Fleeg Legion Ball Memorial, and Eric Scott. Katie Glassy, SGHS FTA, Bill Carl Memorial, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674, and the American Red Cross. Levi Gons, the PLC Memorial, Paige Johnson, Lucas Welton, and Clayton Grass. Caitlin Grass, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674. Megan Geatley, Steelworkers Local 169G. Aaron Haywood, Lost Acres Antique Tractor Club, St. Genevieve High School. Brandon Henson, St. Genevieve Lions Club, Little Saline Sportsman's Club. Jordan Hain, Dennis P. Fleeg Memorial, SGHS FFA. Melanie Huber, VFW Post 2210. Briley Hook, American Legion Riders Motorcycle Association, Post 150. Paige Johnson, our local small business. Haley Cowell, Dennis P. Fleeg Memorial, Classic Cruisers Car Club. Hannah Kreitler, the St. Genevieve Community Foundation and St. Genevieve Chamber of Commerce. Wyatt Lalamandir, the St. Genevieve County Pork Producers, the Valley Athletic Club, and the Dennis P. Fleeg Legion Ball Memorial. Kiera Langley, PLC Memorial, Paige Johnson, Lucas Welton, and Clayton Grass. Elizabeth Lucan, SGHS German Club. Adrian Mueller, SGHS National Honor Society, and the Armella Peterson Memorial. Benjamin Nagger, American Legion Post 150, Buckholz Kiefer. St. Genevieve NEA, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674. Emily Nicholson, the Environmental Products Incorporated. Nathaniel Ogden, All Sports Boosters, St. Genevieve Rotary Club. Alexis Palmer, the St. Genevieve Betty Girardi Memorial Art Guild, and MRV Banks. Payal Patel, St. Genevieve High School, and the SGHS Mentor. Caitlin Perry, SGHS FTA. Anna Probst, St. Genevieve R2 Faculty, St. Gen Vision Care, and St. Genevieve High School. Madison Reynolds, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674, St. Genevieve County Horseshoe League, St. Genevieve NEA, and the American Legion Post 150 Buckholz Kiefer. Deborah Robinson, American Red Cross, SGHS Band Boosters. Tyler Rogers, SGHS FFA. Caitlin Skaggs, Auto Plaza Ford, St. Genevieve, Virginia Groby, SGHS Band Boosters. Addie Stiegel, the Lindsay Roth Memorial, SGHS FTA, St. Genevieve Elks Lodge 2674, the GFWC Women's Club of St. Genevieve, Helen Smith, SGHS Student Council, and the Peggy J. Johnson Memorial. Morgan Uzel, Placer Tire Service. Daniel Vase, Loas North America Chemical Line. Vivian Vaughn, Lakeland Insurance and Financial Services, the GFWC Women's Club of St. Genevieve, Young Women's, and SGHS FCCLA. And Abraham Watson, Wholesome. Our small business scholarship donors include Bosler Funeral Home, Sarah's Ice Cream and Antique Shop, Jerry Herman Construction Incorporated, Oberly Meats Incorporated, O'Deal's Linen and Lace, etc., DQ Freeslocks Incorporated, Fowler Bus Service Incorporated, T. Drury Contracting Incorporated, United Brotherhood of Carpenters Local 2030, Klein's Medicenter Pharmacy, Computer Solutions, Shoe and Sons Plumbing and Heating, St. Genevieve Counter Farmers Market, Ultraflow, Fisher Quarry and Hauling LLC, Roads 101 Stop Incorporated, Lurk Custom Cabinets Incorporated, St. Genevieve Herald Media LLC, St. Genevieve County Farm Bureau, Equipment Pro Incorporated, Tower Rock Stone Company. Please give these scholarship recipients and businesses a round of applause. Students, you may be seated. Thank you. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the students of the class of 2017 who have enlisted to serve our country and have received their detachment dates. Students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing. And would everyone please again hold your applause until all students are introduced. Mr. Christian James Beer, United States Navy. Mr. Sean Allen Brown, United States Marine Corps. Mr. Austin Jonathan Caldwell, United States Marine Corps. He is currently serving active duty. Mr. Mitchell Ackley Huffstetter, United States Army National Guard. Ms. Dakota Leanne Johnson, United States Marine Corps. Mr. Aaron Patrick Marshall, United States Army. Mr. Darren Keith McNeil, United States Air Force. Mr. Blake Thomas Moore, United States Army National Guard. Ms. Elizabeth Catherine Foth, United States Air Force, and Mr. Jake Thomas Seibel, United States Army. These are the students of the Armed Forces for the class of 2017. Please give them your applause. And dang it, Mr. Engelman, now you took my part of the speech. But at this time, I would also like to ask that all veterans of the armed forces who are in attendance tonight, please once again stand and be recognized. We sincerely thank you and appreciate you for your service. I would like to call to the podium Dr. Jeff Lindsay, Superintendent of Schools, for several introductions and comments. Dr. Lindsay?
Thank you, Mr. Haney. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to introduce the platform guests tonight. I will begin with the Board of Education members. These people serve this community and school district without compensation. They spend countless hours formulating policies and making decisions in the best interest of our students. I would ask them to stand as I introduce them and remain standing until all have been introduced. Please hold your applause until I have introduced all members of the board. President Martha Riesinger, 27 years of service on the board. Vice President Joan Hook, 14 years of service. Secretary Terry McDaniel, 16 years of service. Member Eric Bosler, 6 years of service. Member David Bova, 5 years of service. Member James Kirchner, 20 years of service. And member Rick Rudloff, 4 years of service. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. I also want to introduce our administrators. Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Julie Fleeg. High School Principal, Mr. Chris Haney. And High School Assistant Principal, Dr. Scott Mercer. Let's give them a hand as well. Turn our attention to the graduates now. In just a few short moments, you will cross this stage as graduates of St. Genevieve High School. On behalf of the staff, administration, and Board of Education, allow me to extend to you my most sincere congratulations. There are many people here tonight that have contributed to your success. Teachers, librarians, counselors, coaches, and principals all deserve a share of the credit, as do the cooks, the teacher assistants, technology staff, custodians, secretaries, maintenance staff, nurses, bus drivers, and the community volunteers who have all been a part of your support system here at school. So graduates, please join me in showing appreciation to our faculty and staff. The happiness and pride of this moment is to be shared with your parents and family as well. Parents of graduates, would you please stand and remain standing? Parents of graduates. Of course, we can't forget the grandparents. So if you're a grandparent, a great-grandparent, or even a great-great-grandparent, would you also please stand? Let's show our appreciation for them as well. Thank you. As graduates and young adults, you will have more freedom than you have ever had in the past. While I'm sure you will enjoy that freedom, keep in mind that with freedom comes responsibility. Up to this point in your life, many of your choices have been made for you, but now you will have more responsibility to make decisions. And the decisions you make now will impact you for the rest of your life. I encourage you to consider advice from parents and others in your life to help guide you. Your education has laid a foundation of knowledge and experiences to help you sort through the options before making decisions, but it's up to you to make the choice. I wish each and every one of you much success as graduates and adults. Remember, life is all about choices, so choose wisely. Graduates, would you please stand? Mrs. Riesinger and members of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to declare to you that the young people assembled before you have fulfilled all the requirements as set forth by the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and the additional requirements as set forth by the St. Genevieve R2 Board of Education, and are now eligible to receive their high school diplomas along with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the St. Genevieve High School senior class of 2017.
Claire Rose Fisher. Thomas Anthony Engelman. Caleb Joseph Ack. Kendall Faith Armand. Tyler Joseph Arnold. Hunter Elise Banks. Matthew Thomas Bowman. Samantha Marie Bowman. Sean Patrick Beck. Kristen James Byer. Kira Cherie Benton. Talon Cochise Black. Kieran Alexander Blight. Caitlin Marie Bloom. Cameron David Boland. Deandra James Boland. Drake Wayne Boucher. Madeline Renee Brewster. Michaela Christine Brillos. Darren Emily Brown. Gabriella Taylor Brown. Richard Dale Brown IV. Sean Allen Brown. Samantha Lynn Bob Gardner. Jennifer Leanne Burr. Lily Mae Bird. Devin Lee Kyler Campbell. Hannah Grace Chapman. Ashley Brianne Kreider. Alana Jolene Crump. Tyler Joseph Dean Crump. Deborah Faye Darty. Madison Elizabeth DeRouche. Casey Allen Dobbs. Courtney Renee Dunzy. Morgan Nicole Doza. Trevor James Drury. Emily Renee Eckenfels. Dakota Jonathan Evers. Rebecca Rosalina Ballard. Andrew Michael Filer. Sarah Ann Fisher. Jessica Lynn Fleeg. Andrew Gerard Fritsch. Brevin Tyler Garner. Eva Marie Gassier. Kyle Joseph Gegg. Tatum Renee Gegg. Ethan George Gettinger. Dalton Gerard Giesler. Katie Lynn Glassy. Levi Robert Gons. Natalie Taylor Govero. Stephanie Lynn Graham. Caitlin Marie Grass. Katie Nicole Green. Angelina Eva Gretzmacher. Autumn Ray Gretzmacher. Jenna Marie Grieshopper. Megan Marie Geatley. Bailey Renee Hanks. Erin Renee Hayward. Danielle Lee Hefner. Brandon Thomas Hinson. Jordan Amanda Hain. Melanie Rose Huber. Bailey Lynn Hook. Mitchell Ackley Huffstetter. Austin Michael Hudson. Carly Michelle Johnson. Dakota Leanne Johnson. Are you ready? Dylan Joseph Burr. Paige Marie Johnson. Tara Dane Jordan. Haley Elizabeth Kalb. Waylon Lewis Kemper. Bryce Wade Kurtz. Grant LaRose Klein. Hannah Rose Kreitler. Wesley Paul Keene. Wyatt Paul Lamandier. Kira Ann Langley. Allison Elizabeth LaRose. Chandler Aaron LaRose. Jacob Walter Lemon. Kylie Michelle Lewis. Louis Raymond Litton. Elizabeth Faye Luckin. Aaron Patrick Marshall. Callie Ray Martin. Seth Dean Martin. Erica Judith Ann Matthews. Darren Keith McNeil. Emma Rose Meyer. Trustin Jonathan Mooney. Blake Thomas Moore. Adria Rosemary Mueller. Benjamin Nicholas Nagger. Emily Mae Nicholson. Nathaniel John Ogden. Skylar Campbell Ogden. Alexis Maria Palmer. Ryan Jacob Palmer.
He's gonna take the go, man. I don't blame you.
Jessica Leanne Parrish.
I don't blame you.
Payal Hemant Patel. Caitlin Ruby Perry. Elizabeth Catherine Foff. Kagan Ray Pinkley. Matthew Austin Perkle. Megan Lynn Perkle. Anna Nicole Probst. Sophia Nicole Rancilio. Madison Ray Reynolds. Logan Thomas Reinhardt. Sammy Elizabeth Richardson. Deborah Lee Robinson. Tyler Michael Rogers. Kaylin Marie Roth. Alyssa Marie Sanchez. Tyler Wayne Scholhammer. Jake Thomas Seibel. Robert Charles Seibel. Megan Diane Selby. Jacob Michael Shuley. Caitlin Rose Skaggs. Jakara Della Smith. Morgan Lynn Squires. Kirsten Leanne St. Clair. Addie Elizabeth Stiegel. Samuel Paul Stiegel. Luke Lawrence Turek. Michael Gerard Turek. Morgan Wyatt Uzel. Daniel Joseph Vaith. Vivian Kate Vaughn. Donald Charles Wall. Abraham Scott Watson. Sydney Aurora White. Richard Kyle Willimack. Amber Lee Winkleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us stand and applaud the graduates. Graduates, please stand. As we close our graduation ceremony, we ask that the audience stay seated until all graduates have exited the building. They will meet you outside the building at the front of the gymnasium, briefly before boarding the buses for project graduation. Again, they will be able to meet you outside the building at the front of the gymnasium, briefly before boarding the buses for project graduation. At this time, I would like to again call on the class officers for the last time as students of SGHS to lead us in the traditional changing of the tassel and the singing of the school song.